I didn't notice the message at first because my phone was face down on the kitchen counter, vibrating softly like it didn't want to be heard. It was almost midnight, the apartment quiet except for the hum of the fridge and the rain tapping against the window. When I finally picked it up, I felt my stomach drop. Unknown number. You shouldn't be here. At first, I laughed it off. I'd just moved into this place a week ago, old building, cheap rent, questionable plumbing. Probably a wrong number. Still, something about the timing bothered me. I hadn't told anyone my new address yet. Not friends. Not even my family. I typed back. Who is this? The typing bubbles appeared instantly. Look in the hallway. I froze. My apartment was small. One bedroom, one narrow hallway connecting the front door to the living room. Slowly, I leaned forward and turned my head. The hallway light was off, swallowed by darkness. Nothing looked out of place, but my chest felt tight, like I'd missed something obvious. I stood up and flicked the switch. At the far end of the hallway, near the door, there was a manila envelope on the floor. I didn't remember seeing it before. My phone buzzed again. Open it. Every instinct told me not to, but curiosity won. I picked up the envelope. Inside was a single Polaroid photo. It took me a second to understand what I was looking at. It was me. The photo showed me standing in this very kitchen, earlier that evening, wearing the same hoodie I had on now. The timestamp on the bottom corner read 10:43 p.m. I checked the time. 11:57 p.m. My hands started shaking. I spun around, scanning the apartment. Door locked. Windows shut. No sign of anyone else. I grabbed my phone again. This isn't funny, I typed. How did you take this? The reply came slower this time. I live here too. I laughed, sharp and nervous. That's impossible. I'm alone. Another vibration. Check the lease. I opened the drawer where I'd shoved all the paperwork from the landlord. The lease was right there. I'd skimmed it when I signed, more focused on the price than the fine print. Now, with my heart pounding, I read it carefully. Tenant name. Evan Miller, secondary occupant. E. Miller. I stared at the line, confused. That was my name, but I hadn't added a second occupant. I was sure of it. My phone buzzed again. You took my room. A memory surfaced then. Something the landlord had said in passing. The previous tenant left in a hurry. I'd assumed it meant he moved out suddenly. I hadn't asked questions. Who are you? I typed. This time, the response didn't come as text. My phone rang. I almost didn't answer. When I did, the voice on the other end sounded tired. Calm, like someone who'd been waiting a long time. You don't remember me, the voice said. That's the problem. My head felt light. Remember you from where? From before the accident, he replied. From when we both lived here. The room seemed to tilt. I've never lived here before this week. There was a pause. Then he said softly, you moved out 6 months ago. You came back, different. My phone screen flickered, and suddenly the call ended. A new message appeared, along with another photo. This one showed 2 men standing in the hallway, smiling at the camera. Both of them were me. One of us had his arm around the other's shoulder. And one of us had his eyes scratched out in black ink. The hallway light flickered behind me. And for the first time since I moved in, I heard footsteps coming from the bedroom.